Hey guys, Wild Ninja here, and today we're taking a look at NINJAGO Dragons Rising Set 71837 NINJAGO City Workshops. This is my first NINJAGO City set, and I want to talk about the good, the bad, and all the Easter eggs in this LEGO set. So, come on this long journey with me and take a look at this set. This is jam-packed, so let's get on with the review. We're going to start obviously with the lower floor, and I figured we start in the middle, best place to start. So right here is pretty much, you can spin this to either go further back or further forward to the LEGO set. And this contains Twitchy Tim's mech. Now I'm going to go through this mech towards the end, talk about it then. Because there's a lot to talk about, but I figured I'll just quickly talk about the bottom floor, which sort of contains the mech. So, taking a look at the bottom here, the coolest part I feel about this is, it's cool. I think this whole tuning feature is absolutely cool. Obviously, one of my favorite components of the NINJAGO City sets have always just been the lake coloring. I've always liked the feature of using the light greens, then going a bit dark green to show the deep end of the set. So obviously this set intrigued me the most, mainly for so many reasons, thanks to viewers like Brooks by Mind, suggesting that there's a lot of different elements that you could add on to this set, and mainly the two NINJAGO sets, besides the movie sets, have always intrigued me the most. So having this sort of operate and connect as so just intrigues me the most. Now, I do want to go over Easter eggs, obviously, in this set, so I'm going to go over everything very slowly and very carefully. So, firstly, maybe starting with this sign here, let's start with that. So, firstly, I want to talk about what this sign is obviously stating. This sign is talking about the Fabuland's LEGO theme that had come out back in the day for LEGO. This is absolutely cool. Something else I want to mention here are these bar pieces, absolutely compact, which I think is incredible. And the street lamps are so beautifully done. I've never seen LEGO obviously do something like this before, because I've never really owned modulars like this. But I think this is absolutely cool, and when you get light up bricks for the set, hell yeah, it's going to look even sicker. Now, obviously, moving to our first connection points here in the set, you can obviously connect to the set via these two pieces here, and you got another piece on the side towards here, same sort of thing. I've heard people say this flower looks like where Zane's memorial should be stated, and it looks a lot better. I don't see putting any of the cities going either this way or that way, just because it doesn't make sense, because you got these stairwells obviously there, so keep it compact and nice, neat, and normal. Now, right here we have a noodle factory, or not factory, shop, and I like how they've done this. The chopsticks do get very fussy. That's kind of why I don't have mine all the way down, because they keep falling off. But we'll quickly take a look at the noodle shop. It is really nicely built. Have to say, I really enjoy this. How things are done and how things do not want to come out for me. But I'll quickly, oh no, I got it. I'll quickly have pulled it out. Guess we're just going to do this on camera. Having pulled it out all the way, I will get some light here. Move it. So taking a look at the noodle shop itself. So obviously this is what you're facing into over there. I'm pushing this in. So the noodle shop has two seats. There is some egg. You've got some signs obviously stating what is obviously on sale. You have soup, ramen, noodles with egg, and a fish. Inside here, we have like a little deep fryer conveyor. Let me just use my pointer. Deep fryer, you got a stove here, which just has boiling water. Yeah, your sauces, I don't know what sauce that sort of would be, but I know that one. And the red one would be soya sauce. This is very obviously interesting. You can obviously, I feel like our main worker is this dude here. We can have the Dragonian warrior that comes in this set, or villager, or new guy on campus. Just come here and say, "Hello, mates. Hello, mates. What would you find?" Oh, nope, nope. Everything's going wrong here. You can have the dude be like, "Hello, mates. I'm not from here. I'm from the first realm. What would you recommend?" I would recommend the ramen. Pretty cool noodle. So taking a look more on this side, we have Mech written over here, obviously meaning for the Mech workshop, of course, and we have a gear just over here on top of these little panels here that helps lift up the little garage, revealing to us our first Mech piece. These pieces will be all around the set, so it is very interesting to have this as a little feature. There is a little Sora poster that I'll quickly grab out for you guys. I'll actually grab it out when we take a look towards the back of the garage. So that closes pretty nicely. Now taking a look over here, we get a couple more cool Easter eggs. Now, obviously this part is supposed to sort of connect to the Ninjago City market set from last year. Oh, no, not last year, a couple of years ago. So behind here, we do have a little image that I'll grab out actually for you guys. And in this image right here, we actually do see Ninjago City markets, and so basically pretty much the two Ninjago City sets that we have gotten from Ninjago besides Smoothie, with the Destiny's Bounty on top of it. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the Dragons Rising version, which is pretty cool. And then on the other side, we get a red one which says high voltage, which is pretty damn cool. Now, obviously I'm going to quickly just put this one back. And to access the inside here, you just put your little pinky here, and whoop, the wall comes exactly out. Now, obviously, this shows us some more stuff of how the inside does actually work and operate. So there is the Sora post that I was explaining about before. It is a reference to obviously something. What it is exactly, I don't 100% know, but I'm going to have it pop up right here. So that is obviously a reference to that, and then you have like an octane bottle, you have some more mech pieces, obviously that white part there. So yeah, I will attach the bottle and we'll take a look at the back. Taking a look at the back, we have a small little pond of water here. We have an octane gas bottle right there.
They make good stuff.
We also do have the entrance to the sushi restaurant for obviously the employee to go work in there. And then we also have how to obviously enter, because you got two sort of entries. You can either enter through, enter through there, of course, or you could enter the other way, which would be very awkward for a minifig to obviously go through. I'm just trying to figure out how I should put that back in. Maybe that would be a lot more easier like that. We have some more mech parts, of course, over here, and a reference to the Ninjago first modular set, which was the Air Jutsu Temple set, which is right there. We have ladders obviously climbing upwards, and then building ourselves onto one of the other Easter eggs from this Ninjago theme itself. I can't exactly remember the name that they have given this specifically. I think it's supposed to sort of be a reference. I'm just quickly getting it up on my phone, what the reference is supposed to be. It is supposed to say Nomad. This is probably a reference to the show Nomad. But it is interesting to note this guy does sort of look a bit like Ronan, and is most likely promoting a movie. Who's to realistically say? Taking a look more towards this side, you have more mech sort of parts here, and you also have a crane. This goes from this sort of first level to this sort of second level. So I figured I'll just quickly show that off. You have a crane, obviously hook piece there, and some more mech parts. That obviously will lower and go up. It is a really cool feature to have in this city set. Obviously there is writing on the other side, which I want to quickly put you guys right here. Flip to the other side. Yes, so you do have more writing obviously on this side. I will get up what each of these sort of say, and I think, yeah, they say mech parts right there. And then up here, this is Mech Bay and showing off, obviously, a mech face. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to actually refer to Cole's mech. And this here says Paradise. To be honest, these NINJAGO City sets, in my opinion, do feel like Paradise to me. So, oh, you guys can't see this. So that says Paradise, and I'm sorry, that says Mech Bay, obviously referring to that being obviously the Mech Bay over there. I'm really sorry, guys. Very new to this, and recording on an iPad, which means I can't really get to the next level. So, yeah, I like this whole look. I think it's very unique and very interesting. I can also show you how the crane obviously operates from up here, from this angle. So you can obviously go like that, and then it has to go the other way. So it has a very good distance to obviously work. I have to say, the NINJAGO Dragons Rising 2 modular sets are epic, most likely together. I don't have the other one, but just having a look at this like how it is, I think it's absolutely incredible. So taking a look at where Zane's apartment is, it's obviously above the mech workshop here. We do have like a little fan on top of the workshop I forgot to mention before. But here is Zane's apartment, at least the front of it has a nice cherry flower right there. And we have a clothesline here with a small pair of pants. Or this could be Zane's ninja-gi. If we're being realistic, we do know he comes in the set just without his shirt, so that could definitely be the possibility. Anything's in reach. There could be definitely another pair of pants, but obviously going along the side here, we do have a heart in gold, which represents obviously Master of the Mountain sets, which would have these little health bars, and then when the characters were losing lives, that would obviously disappear. So that is definitely cool. We have a fish here, obviously referring to maybe a fish restaurant in a future or a previous Lego City build. So right there is Zane's apartment, and to pull it out is similar to the last one. And we'll quickly take a look at the interior of what's inside that we can't pull out. And what we can see quickly, I will try to get more lighting in there, but I think you can briefly, maybe if I bring the light that way, no? Maybe if I bring the light, you can sort of see Dr. Julian right there. And we can see Zane, which is pretty cool. You have another cherry flower at the back as well. I think it's really cool that we get mentions of the Falcon and Zane obviously together, and of course Dr. Julian. Hopefully he does come in a NINJAGO set so we can complete that minifig. But quickly, let's take a look at what this pretty much little room for Zane is. Look at Zane's apartment a little more. Here it says protect in NINJAGO, and we have two banners that say ice that also show a bit of the birchwood forest that Zane obviously had grown up in previously in his past as a young robot. We also get the dragon from the dragon jet that we got in Crystallize of NINJAGO. So that's pretty cool as a little small build, and on the bottom we get a small little tank. Now the bed is pretty interesting and pretty cute. This to me reminds me of the season 11 bed that he had, and it had that little birch like little little pedestal and little tree on the side. I think this is absolutely cool bedroom piece, and I really think it fits in with the whole Zane aesthetic. It's so beautiful. Zane can literally just sit there, lie there, and it's really cute. It's beautiful, and I think they really nailed it on the money bags here. We're going to pull this top section off so we can have a more interior look at everything and take a look at what all these signs look like. So let's take a look at the final level. Taking a look at the final level itself, let's start on the left-hand corner, shall we? Where we get a homage to the original ninja theme from back in Lego's ancient time when they had first started out. And they had done the ninja theme. I'll pop a little bit of a picture up here now, just so you can see the resemblance. And now we're going to keep going towards Dorama's shop. First sort of like little Easter egg here, and we'll take a look at just side by side. This is the Kai 2 vehicle set that came out in Core a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. That's the bike, and that's the mech that would attach to it. Can't remember the name for some reason. But I never got it, so it wasn't that important. So this little sign here is the auto body shop. This is what Nia refers back to in season 2. There's a lot of Easter eggs, obviously, to season 2. That's when Nia fixed the Ultra Stealth Raider. And here is the Chan's Theater, or Chan's Theater. This is the theater that Jay, Nia, and Cole went to in season 3. And taking a look up here, we'll get the crane a bit out the way. I've got to move that first. So up here, the next thing that this says is, I'm trying to get it up. This says Dorama on it. So this is obviously Dorama's little place. Now, going over to this side here, we are taking a look at the little Labo little guy over here. This is obviously to do with his restaurant. Hopefully we get that maybe in a set, or could be relating to something that is in the actual set itself. Here, I'm trying to figure out what, that says Ninpal. That is obviously the shop for this place. So they have the virtual sign and bend the sign up here. Then we get a bit of, wait, I forgot to mention the best part of the set so far. Down here we get the I can't remember what they say in the show. Is it the I'm trying to get up. No, this says the arcade. I'm trying to find that's Domagon. The Domagon, the place that wants to bomb, literally. Who? Dareth's little hut. Going back to the side here, we do have a bit of a season 13 Easter egg, referring us back to those guys. The Dungeons of Shintaro. It's like a little movie, maybe even starred by Dareth. I have to admit, the Domagon sign is probably the best thing for this NINJAGO City, as it gives a lot of references, obviously, to season 13 and season 2. It obviously can be like a little bit of a shout out to NINJAGO itself, and why maybe Dareth decided to move to his little place that he went to in this city. Who's to say? So, in the City Dock set, with his little building there. So here we have Quake of the Skies. This is obviously Cole's Boulder Blaster. Taking a look at the next signs here. Just trying to find all of them, so sorry about it if it's a very, I'm pretty sure this one says Zippy's here, which could obviously be referring to Zippy the dragon. What's this one say? I think this says Wong Costumes. I'm pretty sure. This is Buddy's Pizza where Jay worked in season 2. And Magic, obviously referring to the Magic Shop. Now, to open up these two side builds, you have to pull these two here up. I figured I'll talk about the interior. We do have staircases, obviously, to lead up to each of the top hatchets. Obviously, the crane, it can be turned via this little extension here, which allows it to turn, and then to turn, lower the hook, the crane arm, you just need to go up and down. And then to obviously move the string alignment, you just need to move this little gear, which is really, really cool. Let's take a look at the interior for these two sets. Also forgot to mention there is this little cute little robot here with the V eyes. I have to admit, this is probably one of my favorite little builds I've ever built, and sort of actually reminds me of Cole's Titan Mech. Taking a look at that little model shop build, we do get Cole's Titan Mech from last year stacked in here. Have to admit, this is absolutely cool. I think one feature that this should have is being able to put the poly bag that had come out in March in here as well. I think that would have been absolutely cool. So quickly, I wanted to point something quickly out because no one sort of knows what this is. This here's instructions for a brand new future mech. In style, I think it might be for Nia? Could be wrong. Or could be for Kai. Or could be referring to the mech outside and everyone's just plain silly. Also here, we do have clippers, paintbrush, and chopsticks. Chopsticks can be referred to other things. But back here, we have every single Ninja Titan mech. Or mech. So, Nia's classic Samurai X mech, Lloyd's Titan mech, Cole's Titan Earth mech that we got last year. That's obviously Lloyd's one from 2019. Jay's core mech that we got in 2021, I want to believe. I might be wrong there, 2022. And Zane's Titan mech from Possession Legacy. We have some little paint pots here and just how much things cost here, a bit in gibberish. But I think the build of this whole little area here is, to me, absolutely amazing. I just wish the stickers on the outside were printed instead. So, yeah. Taking a look at Dorama's shop. So let's go over a couple of things. He's got this little chest here, which has one of the coins from the Disney CMF series for the 100th anniversary. We do have this little record player. I'm trying to figure out what this floor mat says. I can't really find it here. I want to say it might say Dorama. I feel like I might be wrong there though. Most likely am wrong. So 100% don't know what that is. Going sort of back here. This says new, which is interesting. But here we do get a sort of little picture of this magic wizard dude that is obviously referring to something that's not coming on top of my head right now, but it will. But it also could be referring also to Master Wu, because we did get a variant of Master Wu like that. One of the 2011 Nia cards. And then here on the side is something beautiful. We get Cole and Kai's original emblems, and then we get a skeleton from 2011, and then the little Tupelo rabbit trying to pop out of nowhere. And there's just a lot of magic elements to it as well. So this is really, really cool. So we're going to take a quick look at the mech. So the mech, obviously, you add the elements that you find along the set that we have had a look at. Otherwise, this guy is really gray. Now, color scheme wise, I have no clue why it is that color, or why it's even got that green. When we take a look at Twitchy Time, which is right here, and we'll have a better look at him later, none of these colors refer to him. So it begs the question on whose mech this realistically is, and why is it such an eyesore to the set. I do like it is custom. There is a bit of customizability ability in the set, so I can pronounce that word with the emblem, but I still don't get why it's for a non-Pacific minifig. I get the workshop is supposed to be trying to do something unique. I like the idea, but you know what? I feel like a dragon stable could have even been a little better. But still, nice little mech. Feels a bit empty back here. They could have added some parts which could have made this work. But maybe this mech could be like a deep cleaning ocean mech. Hopefully something is explained about this mech, because as much as I love this Ninjago City set, the city explains everything about that this city's either previous or long gone or season 2 references. Nothing here gives me whatsoever vibes that this is a mech that is supposed to do what? It would have been nice to get some clear information on what this guy could possibly do. I would love to see that this guy does waste management, or even could be a sub mech that could go into the water. Just a small explanation. It didn't have to be massive. Would have been nice. Otherwise, it looks actually nice up front when it's fully built. I won't lie about that. I think the gray really looks ugly, but I think it's perfect with these colors and it fits with the city. The cranes are all supposed to help build this mech. Obviously, you have to use your imagination. I think the cranes are beautifully aesthetic on this set because, yes, this is the work zone of the city. This is where work gets done. This is where construction is being built, and it's not a place for 100% livability. That's why it's surrounded by the city itself. It just intrigues me, this set, a lot, that this is the building zone. I thought maybe it wouldn't be such a corner piece, but it sort of is. And I feel like the mech, it will either distract you from the city or not distract you. I think it's perfect so where it is, where the mech, realistically mech shop for model mechs is, and it's just an interesting little thing that I don't think I would put in the city if I was a mayor or anything. But yeah, only your thoughts really matter. This is just my thoughts, and I will show you the sticker towards the end of the video that you could replace that with. Alrighty, so taking a look at our first two minifigs, we get Zane and Pixal. Anything interesting about these? Let's talk about Zane. Zane isn't 100% interesting. He comes with a pair of clippers. Let's talk about that. Zane is pretty much like he's a little mech set minifig. Just pretty much with this new happy face that was introduced in the last NINJAGO Dragons Rising City set. Have to say, the minifig is absolutely filled with detailing. This isn't the cheapest way to obviously get this version of Zane. If you want to get the Zane, you can get him in the $10 mech set. However, Pixel, is it worth getting Pixel in this set? Not really. You can get her in her own mech set, and I have reviewed that up in the channel. Will be obviously in the description. This Pixel is a great minifig itself, and I'm glad to get her in this set. It's just, I feel like there could have been a better inclusion, but I feel like Zane is going to find her somehow in some sort of complex like this. The Pixel minifig torso is really cool. I'm glad to get a second/third version of this suit. Just great minifig all around. Was this a needed inclusion to have Pixel in the set? Not really. I wouldn't complain about these two minifigs too much, only for just one slight reason. Pixel is exclusive to two $100 sets, and for it to be in a $300 set, $400 set, I really don't care. Throw it in. It doesn't make a difference. Her minifig is up in the price point ratio already, same with Moro and Rogue, so it makes sense for Pixel to join that category. That's how her first minifig was, and heck, there's free. Make it even harder. And I think it's just a great inclusion, nonetheless, to have Pixel here. Zane, on the other hand, if it wasn't for the face, it wouldn't make sense, but Zane does come in the set, and you've heard what Apartment does come in the set. You've heard sort of what I've said about it, and what I think is on the
the clothesline. It could be his ninja shirt. Who's to say? But I think it's really cool. It's interesting that he's now coming free 2 city sets that go side by side. Actually, scratch that, make that free, because he comes in his ninja legacy robes in the first Ninjago City set. So just Zane is getting a lot of city love, obviously. But it is really cool to see these 2 minifigs, obviously, here. So taking a look at 4 minifigs that are pretty much reuse of parts. We are first taking a look on the left. This is the restaurant worker. Then we have the workshop mechanic, which I'm pretty sure is this one. We get a Dragonian tourist. Then the model shop owner, which is this lovely lady. Now, as a Ninjago fan, I don't get Lego City sets, so it's great to get these 3 minifigs. Obviously, this dude here, he's the restaurant worker. He's got the standard Lego City elderly man sort of face, no double-sided, of course. Love the torso print. Obviously, nice guy to obviously have on display in your city. Second minifig over here, very interesting. Like how she gets leg detailing in this set. She does have a double-sided face, and it's her a lot more happier. Obviously, having her as the model shop owner, can I be honest with you? I don't think that works. I would have loved a exclusive printed torso with some sort of exclusivity, letting us know that she does own this model shop. To me, she couldn't own this model shop. That is same, obviously, with this dude here. How the hell was I supposed to tell he's a restaurant worker? He looks like a normal citizen to me. However, it is nice to obviously get this hairpiece, which is obviously like Jay's sort of hairpiece, just with a hoodie on top. I wish we could have got that in the brown color with dark blue to sort of represent Jay. Hopefully we get that in a city set eventually. It makes sense. Jay does wear his casual suit around sometimes with the hoodie. Now, the Dragonian tourist does sort of make sense in this concept. However, I wish it was a different sort of species, but it's a great start in my opinion. A great start only if these dudes turn good at least by the end of season 3, part 2. No new torso, but pretty good. And obviously this lady here is the workshop mechanic. We can obviously tell that from the torso. She got the remote control for the control panels and all that sort of stuff. She got 2 faces, she got a happy, and then she's got one where she's a little more serious with her safety glasses on. Admittedly, these minifigs aren't too much to be yay excited about, hence why I'm putting them all 4 together. But admittedly, I wouldn't take much interest in these figures, and having the Dragonian, as much as that's not that best minifig or creature they could have put in, I'm still happy that we got these guys. I do wish we could have got maybe someone else, but I'm happy it's these 4. Especially, I'm happy we got a different sort of creature instead of a human, being a Dragonian warrior. Could have been Mr. Feroki, could have been a snail, but I'm happy with these 4 being included. Taking a look at Dr. Larow, she is a pretty interesting figure. She comes with this like little temp pad that she has in the show. Honestly, her suit is really cool. I'm hoping we can get a couple more to obviously make a Jordana minifig. I'm pretty sure she wears one of these. Only silly thing I don't like about this figure is the hairpiece. It is obviously accurate to the show, but I would have liked to obviously have maybe gotten that streak she has in her hair. Would have been really nice. Dr. Larow is a great inclusion to this set. One thing I've got to say, it's best they gave it to us now than 2 or 3 years down the line. Happy we got her in this set. Absolutely love the detailing. You can see obviously that shine on the minifig. Dr. Larow is an amazing minifig. It just, like I said, that hairpiece could have just had a slight upgrade to it. And sorry for the cough. I don't know why I'm joking here.
but the detailing is absolutely amazing. Dr. Larow looks really amazing. Glad she is in the set. She also gets that angry expression as well. I don't know. I wish the hairpiece had that streak to make it more accurate, but I am just glad Dr. Larow has come in a Ninjago set, and we haven't had to wait several years down the line to get this minifig. Backstory about Twitchy Tim. Twitchy Tim was supposed to come out in 2021. He was supposed to have a blister pack all to himself with some of the island keepers, but because this hairpiece was not in this color, Twitchy Tim was not made. Now, Twitchy Tim has been long awaited for several years, but admittedly, this is the best I think they could have ever done. Twitchy Tim looks really great. Admittedly, he looks just like the show. I think he could have done with some little upgrades here and there, but I can't complain. Twitchy Tim does come with two faces. He comes with this happy face, and he comes with this little bit worried or shocked face. I'll try doing a stop motion, maybe try to fit into this video, but he looks really, really good. Have to admit, Twitchy Tim is one of my favorite minifigs in this set, and I'm honestly very glad that we've gotten him. Sadly, he is locked up in this $300 set, and he does come with a mech. I'm not sure if we're going to see him again. Definitely wouldn't want him to be seen with the Forbidden 5 at all. Could you just imagine if one of the Forbidden 5 knocked him out? God, it'd be twitching for days. But Twitchy Tim is a great figure, and I really love him in this set. But there's someone else I love more, and we'll get that towards the end. Dorama, you're going to be upstage soon, so let's take a look at Dorama first. So Dorama looks really sick. He really, I've got to just say it, I will grab my 2021 minifig. Won't be a second of Gravis, the Master of Gravity. And please do not tell me these two do not look the same facial wise. They look 100% the same. You wouldn't even know the difference. See? Have to admit, this is really cool. Actually, I'm kind of intrigued what it would look like now that I take a look at it. Could you just imagine all this sort of stuff? This is Gravis with Dorama's face, which is funny. This is Dorama's face with Gravis's face. Absolutely hilarious. Gotta love what Lego you're able to do with pieces and parts, obviously. So it is super cool what you can do with Lego, I have to admit. Anyhow, taking a look at Dorama, I think this lavender color does sort of work for him a lot. And you get this obviously little hilt piece, which I think was done perfectly. Have to admit, the Dorama figure is absolutely sick. Glad, like I said, about Larow. I don't know why I'm saying Leroy. Maybe it's because I've been listening to Kid Leroy music. But still, have to admit, Dorama was a great inclusion to get in this set. Glad we got him, again, like I said about Dr. Larow, now than later. He's obviously going to have some parts in Season 3 as well, from what we see in the trailers, but I'm glad to see him as well. Sidelining him completely, his puppet is next. And the reason why, usually you'll see me sort of break down the minifigs. The reason why I'm not breaking him down is he partners up perfectly with Dorama. Now, Dorama's puppet is absolutely small compared to minifig scale. Let me pull Dorama up from here. He's pretty much beast-ish to him. So, admittedly, I'm not a huge fan of this build from what we saw. Until now, I am a huge fan of this. This makes sense. I don't want to say why we should complain about this, but this makes sense. Okay? Have to admit, the build is unique, but I think anything small in these sort of sets that is built is mind-blowing. This is built very uniquely, and I just like how it was just made. No questions asked on how unique this is in a Ninjago City set, and it could have been bigger. maybe, but I don't think it takes away from anything if it was bigger or if it was smaller. I think this was perfect scale, so we could do stop motion fights and all that sort of stuff. This guy is crazy. Cannot wait to use him in a future stop motion video. Of all the minifigs I want to talk to, well, not talk to, but talk about the most is probably Princess Harumi. I'm trying to get her Harumi minifig from 2018 out, but I cannot seem for the life of me to find it. Might be searching the wrong catalyst, actually. Found it. Alright, so let's discuss something. Now, first of all, everyone thought it was going to be really impossible so we could get a brand new Harumi minifig. Because the hairpiece that Harumi obviously uses is from Coco from 2017. LEGO only uses prints from only 5 years. So 2017, this piece would have been stopped using by 2022, 3 years ago. However, for some reason, LEGO's kept this around. Rumors say because apparently in one of the video sets, the hairpiece was used. Apparently was going to be used. Something on those lines. But it is kind of shocking to obviously see the piece obviously being used. Harumi's face print is absolutely amazing. The reason why I wanted to compare it to something is because it gives me 100% Princess Harumi vibes. If you look at these two faces up closely, you can tell, maybe we'll take both the hair pieces off so there's not such a big distraction. You can tell the face prints are both neutral. Obviously, this Harumi does have more to tell about her story, which is anger, and I do think that definitely copies over to, I think I've got the evil one on hand, or maybe I don't. I do have her hunted version, but it is currently unavailable to show yous. But that face is definitely accurate, and you know what? I'm gonna go get that face for you guys. Let me give you a sec so I can do a comparison with that as well. Okay, so these were the two faces I was currently talking about. These were from Hunted and from her Digi version of herself. Definitely those aesthetics have come across to these minifigs. Whether you've liked it or not, LEGO has literally, in a way, sort of copied and pasted, definitely from Princess Harumi, not that face or the back part of his face, definitely have transcribed those face prints from the show. So, like the rest of Harumi minifigs from 2018, all Harumi minifigs, they have literally used the perfect Harumi faces. Now, do I recommend you get this set for just this one minifig? Hell yeah, sure. Why? If you love Harumi and Sons of Garmadon and Hunted, yeah, hell yeah. This minifig was literally the whole reason of Hunted. Everyone wants this for this. Now, I'm hoping to get a second copy of this Princess Harumi because I do not want to wreck it, and as you can tell, it's already sort of wrecked. But I wouldn't mind getting another one of these. Sadly, actually, don't get another one of these as your spare parts, which is BS. But I'm so glad we get Princess Harumi. I've now completed actually the whole Harumi collection. I've got this version, the Bricktober pack, so I might just do a quick video going over all the Harumi minifigs. But you know, it'd be really cool to see casual Harumi in one of the LEGO Ninjago Legacy tins. Hope to see her there, if not one of any of these characters there. Actually, let me quickly do a quick discussion now about that. If you're gonna buy this set for just these 4 minifigs, not including that dude, let me explain something to you. Ninjago has done this twice before with 2 of the city sets. They will pull one of these minifigs out from the catalog and put it in a tin or a poly bag. Now, I'm gonna say, worst case scenario, the Dragonian Warrior might be one of them. Why do I say that? Anything's literally possible for Ninjago. And for these tins, I would laugh at it. The second thing is, if I'm going to guess anyone who isn't going to be in there, I'm sorry, Harumi. You're my favorite. I doubt LEGO loves you that much. So I really doubt that she will be the inclusion that you'll be finding in any of those tins. However, for the 3 that you see on screen, most likely yes. The reason why I'm saying this is LEGO loves to promote, obviously, these two, especially Dorama and Twitchy Tim, a lot in the legacy ones. These two are muchly loved. So if anyone is going to be actually in it, it's going to be one of these two. And if I'm going to be honest, who I see in any of these, I'm sorry, Twitchy, you're not a villain. Dorama is. And who will Dorama be fighting? And I'll take a very great bet. I wouldn't be surprised if it's either Zane, Cole, Aaron, or Sora. Or just being realistic, Lloyd's always the obvious choice, or Kai. But still, I am very excited to see if they will do this. Let's take a look at the spare parts and the spare stickers. Also the spare stickers you can put on the set in front of the mech. Honestly though, it's amazing that we get the 6 original Ninja symbols, plus Sora and Aaron symbol. A lot of places doesn't have a symbol, which I found very interesting, but I'm glad to see this. I was going to take a look at the instruction manual, but it isn't as fancy as the Legacy or the first 2 Ninjago movie ones, so I won't be looking in today's video. I just thought I'll quickly just show you the spare parts, and this sort of slowly wraps things up. Like a little egg tin that I usually keep these guys in, spare parts. So pouring all this out, we'll see spare parts. Now what spare parts do we get? Obviously a bunch of small pieces. You could make something out of this, I guess, if you really wanted to. The most interesting piece, I think, is here. This brand new gold piece that is a clip and a stud. So I found that pretty cool as a piece that I first got. Besides flower pieces, all that sort of stuff, nothing's that interesting. I just think I found this the most interestingest piece of them all. I did wish we would have got one of the small chains in this set, but we didn't. But in the comments, tell me if there's anything that you see in here that you don't have. Spare parts wise, I think this was a great little bit of spare parts. Anyhow, these are my final thoughts on the set. I am actually going to have this behind my bedroom furniture here. And I wish I could add on to it. I am going to get the other NINJAGO Dragons Rising set. Now, I said before this area would connect, obviously, onto Zane's memorial. And it makes sense. There is nothing allowing you not to extend this way. It's only allowing you to extend towards the wall. And off to the side here. So I can't wait to... The magazine does let you know you can connect this onto the markets set. It just feels the most appropriate. Obviously, displaying it as a corner piece as it is, moving it to the side, really does work very well on a shelf. If I'm taking that as just a shelf right there. It is an amazing set. I have to admit, probably not the best NINJAGO City set. This is my first one, so I'm very ecstatic about it. But I feel like the other ones would have done so much better, in my opinion. If this is your first one you're picking up, I don't think it's much of a letdown, but it's just a beginner guide into it. But in the comments, let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.